Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be announcing that I'm participating in the Olympic Games Readathon 2021. Now it is part of a Discord group called the Shelf Space. I'll leave the link below. You have to sign up before the 29th of this month, which is May, and then the readathon starts in June. So I'm going to leave the prompts up here, but essentially there's all the Greek gods. They all represent a different type of book that you've got to read, and I'm essentially just using this to get rid of my TBR because it's absolutely massive. I'll be reading off my phone and then also reading off my notes here about what book I'm doing for what. As you can see, there's like a shit ton. So the first book prompt is Zeus. So read a book that features a kingdom or patriarchy. For that one, Zeus, I have chosen A Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Now this one, never actually read it. It's a classic I've been meaning to read for a while, but you know, back in the day would have been more patriarchy like. I'm guessing that this is gonna suit that, but we'll see. The next prompt is Poseidon. So it's read a book with water, i.e. oceans, lakes, rivers. For Poseidon, I've chosen, sorry, I'm just getting a big pile of books here. So Poseidon, I've chosen Final Girls by Karen Slaughter. This is a horror. As you can see, it's got water on the cover. Apparently it's really, really gruesome. Thriller, horror. Yeah, everyone's like, oh my god, it's so fucked up. I'm into fucked up. This is going to be my Poseidon prompt. The next god is Hades, so read a book with the undead or a ghost theme. For Hades, I'm reading The Witching Hour by Anne Rice. Even though it's got witches in it, there's a lot of undead in it, well, I believe. Yes. There's definitely ghosts in there, so this will go for that prompt as well. I picked this up at my secondhand bookstore recently, so I just need to give it a read, get it off my shelf. Next prompt is Hestia, so read a book with the found family trope. So, found family, okay. So, this book is 3 books in one. It's a series, but it's in like the one bind-up. So, it's Philip Pullman series. In this bind-up, the books are, let me read it because I don't know off the top of my head. So, you've got Northern Lights, The Subtle Knife, and The Amber Spyglass. So, for this prompt, for the Hestia found family prompt, I'm using The Subtle Knife as the book, so the middle book in this trilogy. I'll pick this up again for the other prompts that I'm using it for. Hephaestus. Anyway, read a book with fire on the cover or in the title. So for that, I will be reading a Burning On audiobook. I'll pop a cover here. Fire on the cover, also about fire in the actual story. Covers ticks all the boxes, let's just say that. So I'm going to be doing the audiobook version of that. The next prompt is Dionysus, so read a book with red or white on the cover. For that, I have chosen Shades of Grey by Jasper Fforde, white on the cover, covers the prompt. So this is about, it's a dystopian and it's about people are sectioned into different jobs or communities by the colour that they see. So they're really good. I've had this on my TBR on Goodreads since like 2012, 13, and it's been on my shelf for a little while, so I just need to pick it up and I need to read it. So the next prompt is Hermes, and it is to read a book that has travel or vacations in it. For this, I've chosen One Italian Summer by Pip Williams. This is a memoir by an author that I really love. She wrote, oh my god, it's completely forgotten. The Dictionary of Lost Words. Oh my god. So it's like one of my favourite historical fictions. Aussie author, but I've heard her memoir is really good. I actually got sent this by the publisher, so I need to get onto it. I need to read it, but I'm looking forward to this one. Next prompt is Artemis. So read a book with a moon or night on the cover. For Artemis, I have picked up Nevermore, which is a middle grade fiction. It's actually really good. It's a fantasy. As you can see, it's got moon and night on the cover, ticking both the boxes. Hopefully be quick, so I need something that's a little bit lighter because all these are like really big or like, you know, they're all adult books really. There's no like young adults. So I thought if I chucked in a children's here, then, you know, it might get through a little bit quicker. Apollo is the next prompt. So Apollo is read a book in a non-traditional format. For that, and like this book is so fucking big, like all the books actually that I've chosen are really big, but they're all on my shelf. I need to get rid of them. I didn't want to buy any extra books. I just wanted to read what I've got, you know? So this is House of Leaves by Marcus Zuzak. Big bitch. And yeah, it's big. It's big. So this is a horror. Never read it. Chapter Stacks raved about it on her channel and I've always wanted to pick it up. Here it is. Yes, this is a mixed media one for that prompt. Aries. Okay, so read a military-centered fantasy or sci-fi book. So this is part of the Philip Pullman, and for this one I've done the Amber Spyglass. So the third book in this trilogy, I've done the Amber Spyglass for that prompt. Aphrodite. So read a book with a beautiful cover. This one was easy and I picked this up recently and because it just looks so fucking nice. Persuasion by Jane Austen. Obviously a classic. I've only ever read Pride and Prejudice of Jane Austen, so I really wanted to pick up another one of her books because I absolutely love Pride and Prejudice and this cover is awesome. So the next prompt is Hera. So read a book that features a queendom or matriarchy. So for Hera I have, again, it's going to be another audiobook. It's going to be Priory of the Orange Tree. It's a fantasy. This is like one of the books I don't actually own. I'll be picking it up and giving it a go because I've been wanting to pick it up for ages and it covers this prompt. So there you go. Win-win. Demeter, I don't know. We'll go with something like that. I don't know. So read a book with food on the cover. So for that one, I have chosen the Wind Up Bird Chronicles by Murakami. As you can see, there is lollies on the cover, so it's food. There you go. Covers the prompt. Loved Murakami's IQ84, even though it was a bit fucked up. So I'm excited to read this one. I've heard good things. So we've got 3 more to go. So we've got Athena. So read a book with political intrigue. Now for that, yes, that's it. Dune. Really excited to read this because it's coming out in the cinema, so I'm going to pick it up. Sci-fi, there's sandworms and shit. Should be good. Who's it by? Frank Herbert. There you go. And yeah, meant to have politics in it. Don't know how, but I googled it and apparently it matches the prompt. So I'll be reading this one. Again, it's so thick. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to finish all these, but like the whole thing of the readathon is you just want to gather as many points. At the end I'll explain the point system, but you have to gather as many points for your team that you've been put on in the Discord group. So I will go over that at the end. Alright, we've got 2 more gods to go and then I'll explain the point system. We've got Eos, or it better be Eos. We'll go with Eos. EOS, it's got to be Eos. So we'll go Eos. Read a book that is the first in a series or duology, which means 2 books for those of you like that don't know you're reading shit, you know. Anyway, so for that, it is in a series. I know that panicked. So for that one, I've got The Northern Lights by Philip Pullman. So the first book. So all 3 covers 3 prompts. Killed it. So this is the last one. So read a book that is also the last in a series or duology. So for that one, I have chosen Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. It's this last book in the duology. Vicious was the first book. It's a fantasy but kind of focuses around superheroes. I've said before I hate superheroes, except this one's good because it's not like corny, you know, I don't know, like I hate Marvel and but this is good. So this is the second one of that, covers that prompt. There you go, we're done, we're finished. So now that we've gone over that massive TBR pile for June, I'll explain the point system. So I've written it down. I think I've got most of the rules. So point system, so you got to report weekly to your team captain, so that's 10 points. So if you do that every week, you get 10 points. Complete books outside of the prompt. So if you read a book that's not a part of this readathon, you get 20 points. If you leave a review on Goodreads or wherever, that's 20 points as well for the book. And complete book for prompt. Oh yeah, so when you complete a book for a prompt, so how I just read all of those, each one of those are prompts, you get 30 points. If the book is 301 to 500 pages, you add 10 points onto that 30, making it 40. If it's 501 pages to 700 pages, then you add 20 points, then you do on your 50 points. And then if it's 701, 900 pages, you add 30 points, so then that is, oh my god, I'm so bad at math, 60 points. And then if you complete over 901 pages, that's an extra 40 on to your 30, so you are looking at 70 points. So yeah, that's how it all works. That's the whole thing. I'll leave the Discord group down below. You had to join before the 29th of May, so it's too late now. But if you just want to participate and have a look, or even just, you know, watch it this time around, and the next time you can have a go for it. But the main reason I'm doing this is because I just need to read all these books, because like, I'll just, on that shelf was all the books. That's my TBR pile. Like, don't mind the mess. So that's it for the video today. Hopefully I'll be able to get through most of those for the challenge, because I just want them all off my TBR. But we'll see. Like, you know, it's a little bit ridiculous. I've only used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 books. But that's, I'm not including like that as like 3. So really there's 14 books. There's 14 books I've got to read. Because there's 14 prompts. So we'll see. Yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous. But 14. So what's 14 divided by 4? Let's get my calculator out. 14 divided by 4. So it's 3.5 books a week. That's actually kind of doable. That's doable. So we'll see. We'll see how I go. If you've read any of these, let me know down below. And yeah, wish me luck, because I'm going to need it.